Hello Internet, I'm John, welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris 4.0 Learning Machines. Last time, we finished out the Swarm War and powered up our tech progress significantly, going from plus 400 something a month total up to about 1500 a month. So my plan this time is to continue to power up on tech. I am kind of preparing to vassalize these guys and maybe make war for this piece of territory here. I think we might also vassalize the Hazbuzan. They're friendly. They're kind of based on their other alliances, or they're on their pacts. They're kind of working towards membership in this federation here, which I don't really want because I want to go to war with them. My subject power stuff is, I mean, it's a bit, but they're not that big, so I think we do it. If they'll let me. Other stuff, some development stuff. I was thinking about, so something I'm thinking about here that probably not yet because I have a lot of stuff queued, but I could turn this mining district into like an urban district and move all the housing there, and then shove more labs in here to benefit from the automation building. That's something we might do eventually. And what got me thinking about that was the silly like build labs empire focus thing. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. Might do that first. Here, I'm debating where else it's worth building automation buildings. Right here, we could get one for the energy for like 26 energy per month, but it would save me like 500 pops, and then I could build 2 more energy districts, and that seems like good. Also, I should probably be doubling up on support. How do I? Okay. I have like 3,000 unemployed or like maintenance drone pops around, so I can build more jobs and they'll get worked and it'll be fine. And I think we might do Mastery of Nature here as well. I'm still on the fence about whether we want to turn this one into another... So this one has lots of generator districts, which would be good for a big tech world, especially with Master Nature. This one has lots of mining, but I don't know that we'll need that much mining. Like, eventually we'll get arc furnaces. So this might be our next tech world. One other thing I'm thinking about here is that you can switch these, and it might not even replace the buildings. Like, it'll tell you which ones it would replace, I think? Yeah, so like, I can switch archives to a specialized tech thing, and keep all the buildings. Maybe not, like, Unity buildings, but lots of the buildings. And if there was some tech that I really wanted to power out in a particular field, I have some flexibility to do that, maybe. Let's see, we did want to build... If we're gonna have tech drones here, we should have energy grid, and waste reprocessing is free resources. And then on the Forge world, here also I think automation makes sense, because again it just frees up lots of pops. If we automate the Foundry stuff here, that's an extra 300, 400 pops plus Logista. It's a lot. And I forget what the upkeep is going to be. 60 is a fair bit, but I have the energy, and I'm going to go make more energy. So, also, I realized I misread the Alloy Reclamation Plant. It's reduced Fabricator upkeep. I misread it as reduced Replicator upkeep, which didn't seem very meaningful, right? Like, you're never going to stack that many Replicators in place. Reduced Fabricator upkeep, though, is big, right? 20% upkeep reduction on more than 150 minerals. I might do that first, actually. So, get that going. I don't know if these guys benefit from output boosts, like research stuff. They might. Interesting, you can build lots of weird stuff in commercial nexus zones. I didn't expect that. Even the waste reprocessing centers? That's just silly. But, like, sure, we'll do it if it's there. Can I build them in? No. Okay. That's so strange. What else? Yeah, that's fine for now. I also wanted to get kind of a forward shipyard over here somewhere to prepare for this war. I think this is fine. This one I don't really like. I just don't like the location of it. It's too exposed. It's too out there. I think maybe we'll put one here as bastion, and this will be kind of a combined bastion and shipyard. And then I have some extra starbase capacity that I could be using. I don't know if you can hear the cat having a hairball, but that was not expected.
Alert. Non-standard.
Anything else in my notes? Forward shipyard, alloy reclamation. Yeah, okay, I think that's good.
Alert. Non-standard.
Oh wow, they're actually huge out here. I had wondered like who was back here, right? There's just so much space. That's a little bit alarming, actually. What is my, like, subject power? Relative power to subjects 64. We'll be okay. But I should go build a, 2 holdings? How do I have 2 holdings? I only asked for 1 holding. Weird. Can I build multiple aid agencies? Like on a different planet? Get more loyalty? Yeah. Okay, I have the food. Sorry, I just realized my mouse and headphone cables were tangled.
Alert.
I don't care too much about nanites. I think nanite ascension is actually really good now, probably because of the research buildings, but I don't necessarily want to deal with nanite worlds. I don't really have good auxiliary traits, or I'd put the other thing there, the small slot stern. I'd really love another like 20 points of fleet cap. Or 20 points of fleet command limit.
Construction complete.
And that's kind of a bastion. Still recently liberated. What are we doing down here? That looks like it might be in... This is the Spiritualist FE. We'll head that way.
Technological acquisition successful.
Ready.
Energy Nexus. Several interesting things here. So this is just more jobs for gas upkeep on the building. It's interesting that it's figuring building upkeep and approximate production and stuff based on my capital, right? Where I have the buildings that add more base upkeep, base job upkeep. Plasma regulation array, max generator districts. I think we keep pushing. That's up the tier. I mean, right? Like, this is tier 3 maybe. Improved deflection would be great, but they're tier 2, so they don't really push us forward tech-wise. I don't care about either of these. That's alright. We'll probably get some use out of that. Yeah, certainly the paying 14 energy a month for plus 6% energy from all jobs would be pretty good. We're capped here. I think we still have plenty of time there, so...
Situation log adjusted.
Something else hit and I don't remember what it was. I should build more resource silos. Has crystal income and boost space output. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Actually, that's probably higher priority than more districts. Okay, so we see the two federations are mutually rivaling up. Do I need to fire correctional dissection? I don't really care about amenities that much anymore. We could do synthetic age and then correctional dissection. That'd be alright. Get some guaranteed tech progress in.
Communications alert.
I don't want association with status with you because I want to go to war with you. Otherwise, I totally would. Suddenly unemployment? Not sure why.
Situation.
Can I do Galactic Market on my trade planet? I don't even... I could. Okay. It's not gonna go anywhere, but I mean, okay. Weak, yeah.
Technological acquisition successful.
Okay, gas extraction wells, not so... Agrodrones, no, don't care. Alloy nanoplants, just give jobs. Metallurgical research lab. Job efficiency for metallurgists. That's pretty good. It's a lot of mode upkeep though. Alloy processing on orbital rings would be good, but I don't have orbital rings. I don't want to deal with habitats. Although having like a habitat to double megastructure draw weight would be okay. I guess we'll just do that though.
Construction complete.
We can always convert it to energy later if we end up... We're probably going to need it, right? Like how much total energy is my science consuming here? Oh, only like 180. And it would probably be closer to 300 if the coordinators were scientists. So that's not as high as I expected. I think, well...
Technological acquisition successful.
Naval cap, a simulation center. That's terrible. It like just boosts the base output. It doesn't increase the unity from maintenance drones or the trade from maintenance drones. It boosts coordinator upkeep, which is a penalty, and it produces 2 unity for ascension perk. And that's all that changes from the other ones, so that's awful. We're gonna ignore that. I feel like positronic CPUs might be an important one for reasons I'm forgetting. I could use the envoy, I don't need more influence. Do the boring thing, get more naval cap. And again, it's the highest tier of the options available. Curators, alright. $23.10. That's a weird energy cost. But like, yeah.
Situation log adjusted.
This animation could move a little faster. Some of these. So does it like already know what it's going to draw, and that's why it's not going up here? I don't understand. How do I get more moats? I build more mines. Well. Sadly, I hear tell that, like, if you already have the tech, you don't get the tech. I mean, I could use Hyperdrive too, that'd be great. Adaptive bureaucracy. Yeah, I think it is actually just just espionage stuff. I can't do the tradition until I've finished the situation, so that's a wash. We can get the basic... Wait, no, let's put it in physics. right? Yeah, so I can't take modularity yet because I haven't done the
Construction
thing.
complete.
Oh, I have starholds now. We can upgrade some of those. I should probably actually like boost my alloy production back up. You don't need to be a bastion anymore, probably.
Technological acquisition successful.
Of these, I think antimatter is kind of the only one that sticks out at me as like a solid tech. I really need chemical plants. That's what I need out of physics. I regret passing that up before. I didn't realize. Okay, yeah, we're getting there.
Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful.
And here we wanted the research lab, but we're so strapped for moats right now that maybe not yet. We'll want it later, though. Maybe I should start doing the robot stuff. I'm not really strapped for minerals. And that would push us towards like robomodding. No longer valid rival. I forget if the physics... So this is kind of a physics versus... Oh, they're both physics insight choices. Two years is not very long for more observation insights. I think we'll take the science.
Construction complete.
Wow. Oh, yeah, alright. Probably everyone is in breach with this. Okay, I guess we gotta propose stuff that'll pass, even if it's not important. To keep Comfort the Fallen off the floor. That's what we're doing here.
Technological acquisition successful.
Machine template system. Rebels. Okay. This one's great, obviously. We got a bunch of blocker techs. That or... What does Resource Processing Center do now? Fabricator output. So it's an output boost, not a job efficiency boost. Doesn't cost that much motes. I think we take the extra civic slot, though.
Communications alert.
Sack plot defensive unit. Is that you guys?
Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered.
Can't have an empty build. No empty build queues here. Don't want that. So we're at +2 districts. Yeah. Somehow my energy income just took off. I think it was probably the second generator support district here. Yeah. And the energy nexus. %, calculator Ep production. Versus the cost of the gas. I really don't. I have plenty of gas. It'll be fine.
Communications alert.
Yep, absolutely. Plenty of influence. I mean, I don't really need more energy right now, but that just means I don't have enough science. What is my balance bit? Okay, we're up to 2K now. Engineering still ahead.
Technological acquisition successful.
None of this stuff is super important. When in doubt, economy.
Situation log adjusted.
That's so far over here, I'm just going to build another construction ship. I have a free envoy. Their ethics are compatible with mine. And they are leaning towards the Federation. I'm likely to go. They're right. They're okay. They have association status with the Federation of kind of on this side rather than the one I want to go fight. So I don't see a whole lot of upside there. Oh, yeah, obviously. If I want to nab them when... Okay, there we go. Crap. I forget. Well, you know, whatever. We'll wait 10 years and then change the terms. Yeah, well, we'll change it to integration permitted and then integrate them, and it'll be fine. Forgot to get holdings. So that'll slow things down a little bit.
Construction complete.
I think maybe one interesting question here is whether I should go battleships, or like hold out for battleships, or just build a bunch of cruisers. What I really want is more hyperdrive, but
Technological acquisition successful.
trade crashed. Probably from building more generator specialization districts. Yeah, minus 72. It is kind of an interesting question here between Machine Nexus versus
Alert.
Forge World.
Non-standard space entity encountered.
Okay, so the two federations have kicked off a war. What's the CB? Wow, okay. So declaring war on this vassal doesn't pull the rest of their federation to war, so that sucks for them. I guess if you don't have, like, Overlord joins Subjects Defensive Wars, then that can happen.
Communications alert. Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful.
Afterburners would actually be useful. Cruiser build speed and build cost would be okay. It's not something I really want to take to endgame, though.
Technological acquisition successful.
Ready.
Trade problem's getting worse. Of these, I think we want... Yeah, the upgraded bio research building. Upgraded drone storage. That's actually kind of an interesting thought on the machine world. Ceramo-Metal, I do actually need for... These are all like a bunch of great choices. The nanite transmuter, I don't know why I'm drawing this since I don't have nanites. Weather control systems and Ceramo-Metal both kind of like lead into orbital ring boosters for my machine worlds. I feel like I'm producing enough pops, especially with automation buildings. So maybe we'll skip that one. But the upgraded drone storage for really dense packing in the machine world is an interesting thought. I think we do Ceramo-Metal. We put it off long enough. As far as government stuff, I'm almost thinking about dropping maintenance protocols. It's no longer that big of a chunk of my Unity, right? Because I don't have as many maintenance drones. Or maintenance drones are a relatively small fraction of my population because I'm getting so many amenities from the Oracle and from drone storage. So the question becomes, what do we take then? And I think OTA updates would be great because we need the empire size reduction. Getting another research alternative would be pretty funny. Zero waste protocols would also be pretty good for like building automation buildings everywhere, not just right under the Oracle. Is there anything I haven't thought about here yet? I don't know if Sanctuaries of Repose are any good compared to the rather lousy simulation sites now. Yeah, absolutely. I like, upkeep reduction. Monthly unity plus 15% would also be pretty solid. But I think we'll do 0 waste. We'll see what that does. Watch our unity production crash, but okay. So it lost us some unity for maintenance drones, but not too much.
Construction complete.
I'm just looking for logistics drones that I've turned off. This one's not in core sector.
Technological acquisition successful.
Hyperdrives. Upgraded disruptors. Oh, research speed on a insight tech is pretty good. Upgraded disruptors also pretty good though. Okay, actually, I'm gonna save here just in case I want to come back and fiddle with nanites. If I can remember how to do that. Yeah.
Technological acquisition successful.
None of these are good. We can get habitats out of the way. We're gonna keep drawing them. They're decent tier. They push us forward. Oh, okay. All right. I still have some time before I can actually do traditions.
Construction complete. Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered.
Whoa.
Special project complete.
Okay, what? Okay, weather control systems. That's a great pickup from the Carabineers. That's not usually... I feel like I usually get, like, improved destroyer hulls or some garbage. So now we have a weird situation where... Okay, they joined their Overlords Federation. That's probably good. That's how things should have been.
Construction complete.
These districts give me 270 jobs. Right, yeah, I should be moving these over to the main type.
Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful.
Chemical plants versus Dyson swarms, but honestly, chemical plants. Holy cow.
Construction complete.
And if I actually had a fleet, that would also help my Diplo weight. Guarantee a council seat. I think we'll be okay though.
Communications alert.
Council agenda available.
Okay, that's from Habitats, I think. We got modularity. I'm a little worried about my living metal balance. I think maybe we'll wait and see how that shakes out. Stability is a nice bonus, though.
Construction complete.
Here we go. Here's tier 4.
Technological acquisition successful.
I mean, sub sensors will be fine. Like this, so some of the stuff is alright, but plus 5% research speed is awesome. Alpha Hub looked interesting. I don't know if it will work correctly, but that would be really good on the capital. Grand Archive would be fine. Yeah, but I think we need the Alpha Hub, and that would also not be bad. But they are spiritualists, so there's a risk that they use emergency measures to get comfort fallen on the floor. At this point, we could start. Oh no, okay. We'll wait for battleships to come out. Then we'll move battleships. My fleet command limit is still super low. Okay. That's one that I'm fine with supporting.
Construction complete.
I think we have more resource silos coming. So now might be the on star bases. So now might be the time to switch this over to urban, and we will use that to move our drone storage.
Technological acquisition successful.
Hyperdrive 3 is tempting. If I can get relays, that's something I would really want. Okay, but he's not on the council. It doesn't matter.
Construction complete.
Council agenda available.
Alpha hubs. Ceramo-Metal infrastructure we need for orbital rings. Doesn't matter all that much besides that. Chemical plants we needed to build.
Communications alert.
Has it been 10 years? No, it hasn't. So we couldn't integrate them yet if we wanted to. Yeah, okay, 2285. On attack, continue to have rebels. I would prefer if they were strong. Because they have closed borders with a bunch of people who I don't want coming from that side.
Technological acquisition successful.
We could get the Grand Archive. I don't know if evaluator jobs from the Ministry of Culture actually work. Let's find out. Nope. But hey, you know, plus 50% unity from all jobs. That's okay. I could live with that.
Communications alert. Alert. Non-standard space.
Yeah, and we could pass some sanctions. That would work. And these need... Okay, so... Alright, so chemical plants just kicked in. Yeah, I have gas and such to burn.
Technological acquisition successful.
That, yeah, we'll do this. That'll let us do specialization on ag districts. Not important, but a little useful. Orbital rings, I think.
Technological acquisition successful.
I don't like any of these. X-ray lasers are at least decent tier. I don't need more energy. I mean, it was 770, now it's 6. You know. Economy. Lol. Right, so what's my living metal income look like? Plus 11. 0.15 on replicators. I have about 2 replicators per planet times 13 planets is fine. And it'll give us a bunch of extra pop build speed, supposedly.
Technological acquisition successful.
All these crappy blockers. Yeah, I mean, I would like to wait to clear them out until I have climate restoration on deck, but we might not get that choice. Yeah, what is... I'm wondering if this works right with the bureaucrats. I should go look at, see if my coordinators are producing... They are! They're producing all 3 kinds of science and unity. That's actually really interesting. It's kind of tempting to like build a Unity world, like a full Unity world with the Alpha Hub, and just see how much science it puts out. Yeah, sensors or deflectors. It's kind of embarrassing to have battleships with tier 1 shields. Do I have battleships? I do. That's an hour. Should have built this there as well.
Technological acquisition successful.
Cloaking is fine. That has some utility at least. Yeah, all these garbage blockers, I guess. That one might be decent tier.
Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered.
I thought you used to have to be like at 100 with them. I have the modes now to be doing things like that. If I'm getting blocker killing text, I might as well use them. No, that's when I actually want to use the build queue. Okay, well.
Technological acquisition successful.
Probably Citadels. Again, moving up tier, moving towards megastructures. So you can't build orbital rings somewhere where you're already building something else. Interesting.
Technological acquisition successful.
I like architectural focus. Especially you build it up to the level that gives upkeep reduction. Planetary Nexus. Okay, that's just a bunch of extra districts.
Technological acquisition successful.
Reverse Engineer's alright. Fleet command limit we do kind of need though. That would let us merge the two Corvette fleets. Free up a commander. Yeah, I should be replacing these with Nexus districts.
Communications alert. Technological acquisition successful.
Don't want Archaeo studies. Node reformatting would be okay. That means we can merge the Corvette fleets.
Ship augmentations completed.
Okay, so they're around 12k. The Lecheks are around 30k. Wow. That's weird. I wonder what their deal is. Oh. Huh. I don't know what to make of that. It is yeah, that's 30k fleet there. Right about. I don't know if like people growing amoebas are subject to the same kind of counters as regular amoebas. I'm gonna have to do some reading on that. Can we see their... Okay, so they're anglers with bioships. That's yeah, alright, that would work pretty well, I guess. And I'm gonna have about 20... Yeah, okay, alright. So if I actually like maxed out on battleships, I'd have enough fleet power. Especially if we can keep pads enclosed to just like go... The engagement I want is to sit here, right? On this disengagement chance penalty, black hole, and just run there, use the Corvettes to clean up everything else behind, and just sit there and wait for their fleet and hope they can't get at me from any other direction. I guess there might be an avenue on this side for them, I bet the Hazbuzan have open borders with them. They don't have closed borders with anybody. So, but yeah, they have treaties with them. So, it'd be a long walk, but it might work. Huh, that could be an annoying war. All right. Well, we're already over time. Decent progress on techs and things. Tech output is up to around 2,500 from 1,500 in 2270. We're making okay progress on traditions. There's one thing there's no way I'm gonna have climate restoration by the time we finish this, right, in another 10 years or so. Just the draws are not happening where New World's expertise on the cognitive node means we're drawing all the crappy blockers rather than the text we actually want from New Worlds. So, yeah, it might we might just leave that slot open for a while while we wait for climate restoration. And then I don't know which worlds will actually turn into machine worlds. Probably like this one, right? Or if there's any, I should go look at what worlds like by size, maybe. This one was big, right? 20, 17, 24 out here. 21, 20. The Gaia world's 30. That's an interesting thought, is that if we took the Gaia world and turned it into a size 30 machine world, that could be pretty good. I don't know if it keeps the rare features. It might though. And the Master of Nature, and yeah, so that's a thought. Anyway, thank you for watching.